Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, please welcome superstar grime recording artist Stormzy as he brings to the ring
from home from him, and he looked very relaxed. Yes, he's walked this way before a few times, Fletch.
London, are you ready for me? Olympic gold. 13 wins. 13 devastating knockouts.
from Watford, England, the undefeated AJ Anthony Joshua!
On Netflix, to those of you joining us right here in Texas, you ready to make history? Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, silver and chrome trunks. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 227.2 pounds. He holds a near perfect professional record of 10 victories, 1 defeat, with 7 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out of Dorado, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio, USA. He is the multi-talented superstar who bridged the gap between social media and professional boxing. Boxer, a content creator, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and a promoter, and the self-proclaimed of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the problem child, Jake El Gallo Paul!
Welcome to the Ultimate Boxing Fantasy Breakdown, where internet superstar Jake Paul steps into the ring against heavyweight icon Anthony Joshua. This matchup could become one of the most talked about and high-stakes pay-per-view events in boxing history. But here's the question, could it really happen? And if it did, who comes out on top? In one corner, Jake Paul, the digital powerhouse who's transformed online fame into millions in boxing revenue. In the other, Anthony Joshua, a two-time unified heavyweight champion, feared for his knockout power and respected worldwide as a sporting icon. In this breakdown, we'll look at their stats, fighting styles, and potential outcomes to answer the big question. Could Jake Paul survive against a true world-class heavyweight?
You said it's you and Joshua here. Now, is this fight done? What are we talking about?
You know, it's going to happen. Like, seriously, it's going to happen. We were talking with Turkey tonight, negotiations live in person, which are always fun. But it's going to happen, and it's just such an exciting fight that crosses the whole globe.
What Jake Paul doing in boxing? It's good for boxing to have.
Let's start with Anthony Joshua. He's an Olympic gold medalist and a former WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight champion. His record stands at 28 professional wins, with 25 coming by knockout. Standing 6 feet 6 inches, Joshua combines sheer power with speed and has the pedigree of a true heavyweight. On the other side, Jake Paul. From YouTube prankster to a legitimate pay-per-view draw, he's fought 9 times professionally, with only 1 loss to Tommy Fury. Known for his heavy right hand, decent timing, and unshakable confidence, Paul continues to shock critics every time he steps into the ring.
You actually think Jake Paul knocks out Joshua? Seriously?
Jake Paul chins AJ, yes, they fight.
Are you serious?
100%. If they fight, I'm putting £1 million on Jake Paul.
What?
Yeah.
Smart guy. He sees what I see, which is a weakness in somebody who's been fighting a bit too long, and people underestimate me and doubt me, and that's what they've done their whole career, but that's why I want the fight. I'm going to prove.
When it comes to boxing, money always talks, and Saudi investors reportedly made this matchup possible. Jake Paul's camp accepted the offer, and even Anthony Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, didn't rule it out. Title or no title, this fight could sell out Wembley Stadium and break global streaming records. For Jake Paul, it would be the ultimate test, moving on from MMA fighters and smaller cruiserweights straight into the lion's den of heavyweight boxing.
Really talking about a fight between him and Anthony Joshua?
Why not? It is win-win deal. He's guest for Queensberry, and we are talking now about the future. Let's Jack Paul doing in boxing. It's good for boxing to have young generation. I am against some kinds of fight he do. I want to tell you example and surprise. I am thinking me and him to doing him against Joshua now. Joshua, if he destroy him, it will be good.
Let's be honest. Anthony Joshua is a natural 240-pound heavyweight with Olympic pedigree and world-class experience. Jake Paul, meanwhile, walks around at 185 to 190 pounds and usually fights at cruiserweight. The power difference is massive. Joshua has faced and beaten top 10 heavyweights, while Jake hasn't fought anyone over 200 pounds. In reality, Joshua's jab alone could neutralize Jake Paul's entire strategy before it even gets started.
I don't like the way that Jake Paul gravitates to these brilliant athletes and like a moth sucks the life out of them because he gets a benefit of association, because I think they deserve all the association. But he is a
Anthony Joshua is an insane fight, but I want that challenge. We've been DMing back and forth. He wants to make it happen. He called me up, and it's looking very likely for me.
I'd be surprised if he thinks he's got a chance against Anthony Joshua. You know, I watched him. You'll knock him out. Yeah. It's like, you know, basing our career around a potential fight with Jake Paul. But if we were offered it, why not? I mean, it would be such an easy night.
But don't write Jake Paul off too quickly. He's tough, athletic, and has solid timing with the mental resilience to keep pushing forward. Against smaller opponents, he's proven he has real knockout power. And in boxing, all it takes is one clean right hand to flip the script. The real question is, could Jake Paul land that punch against someone as big, skilled, and seasoned as Anthony Joshua?
The fight that does the biggest numbers in the sport. Forget Canelo Crawford. That doesn't even touch the surface of, and I can't believe I'm saying it, of AJ against Jake Paul. If you want to do the biggest numbers in the sport, we'll make it happen. But please, I just want to, be careful what you...
Listen to me, don't take a dive with this Jake Paul, mate. Do not do that, not for $1 billion, my pal. Don't do what the others have done. Do not take dives. If he fights, you're knocking forward.
Who the is paying attention and watching and tuning in? Because Jake, you move like a white boy, dog. You move horrible. You look like you're clunky as and you got no rhythm.
So what would actually happen if they stepped into the ring? Most likely, Anthony Joshua would dominate with his jab, control the distance, and finish the fight within 3 to 4 rounds. The gap in size, power, and experience is simply too great. Still, if Jake managed to survive a few rounds with a former unified heavyweight champion, it would boost his credibility in a huge way. And for fans, it would be pure entertainment, a spectacle no one could resist watching.
Jake's winning. Jake's beating these guys. He's just very smart at picking the right opponents. He picks the right opponents perfectly. You know, people are out of their minds thinking Mike Tyson was going to beat him. Jake could have knocked him out.
But what do you think? Could Jake Paul deliver the ultimate shock, or would Anthony Joshua finish him quickly? Fight fans, who are you backing in this clash of clout versus class? Can Jake Paul's influencer empire and growing boxing skills stand up to Joshua's elite conditioning, heavyweight power, and Olympic pedigree? Drop your predictions in the comments below. This matchup could easily become one of the most profitable events in boxing history. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fantasy fight breakdowns, sports business insights, and viral boxing content. This is where combat meets content. Stay tuned.